Hey everybody, it's Molly with AllEars, and today we are doing one of my favorite activities in Walt Disney World. We're going shopping. But this is no ordinary shopping list, friends. Today we are looking for the craziest things that I bet you didn't know you could buy in Walt Disney World. From insanely expensive liquor to sports memorabilia and actual weaponry, we are going all over Walt Disney World on the weirdest shopping spree of all time. Are you ready? Are you excited? Let's get to it. Starting off our list strong with a legendary piece of sporting history here at Disney Springs. I'm outside the NBA Experience, and I'm going to show you probably the biggest shoe you've ever seen, and you're going to be shocked that you could buy it right here at Walt Disney World. So at the NBA Experience, you have to buy a ticket to go in, which I fully explored during our Best Things to Do Without a Park Ticket video. But if you want to go into the store, you're more than welcome. Headed for the Target. There's a lot of good stuff in here that I bet you didn't believe you could buy, but what I'm looking for is right here. Shaquille O'Neal's size 22 Reebok, signed by Shaquille O'Neal for a small fee of 900 smackers. I mean, this shoe is gigantic. Where's the signature? Gotta make sure that's on there. I still don't actually see the signature. Oh, there it is. It's faded, but that's real. For reference, here's my shoe. That actually makes my shoe look really big, but it's a woman's 8.5 compared to this size 22 monster. Oh man, I just read the fine print and it said, for the first time ever, this Shaquille O'Neal size 22 Reebok from his rookie year is on showcase to the public and available for purchase. Wow, 900 is starting to sound like a steal, friends. Other impressive items here, but not as weird as a shoe, but there's a $3,000 ball signed by somebody named Michael Jordan. Just kidding, guys. I've seen Space Jam. I know who Michael Jordan is. There's also this signed photo by Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson from 1987. So, bet you didn't think you could get some high-quality sports memorabilia at Walt Disney World, but here we are. I bet you also didn't know you could get a plush LeBron James. I bet you didn't know you could get this anywhere. Why does this exist? Oddly enough, I chatted with a cast member on my way out, and she said that those plushes are incredibly popular and they sell out of them all the time. So, there you go. To each their own. I just have a weird thing about people become plushes. Like, I'm even weird about, like, the Mary Poppins plushes or even, like, the Gaston plush, and that's a real, like, that's a cartoon that became a plush. Just not my favorite, but, you know, there you go. Something for everybody here. One of the best stores for a bunch of crazy stuff is Mitsukoshi, which is the department store in the Japan Pavilion in Epcot. They've got all kinds of stuff. You're gonna find things with Hello Kitty and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And other Japanese anime characters on it. You're also gonna find a bunch of crazy snacks like those dried crabs that I ate for the Japanese snacks video we'll link for you. I literally have nightmares thinking about it. But they also have one of my favorite souvenirs, which are pearls inside of oysters. And you get to pick out your oyster and they open it up right in front of you and you get to see what size of pearl you get to keep inside. It's really, really cool, and we're gonna go check it out right now. The way the pearls works is you first go over to this cash register by the oyster tanks and you will pay for the pearls. They're $18 for an oyster, and they'll give you a ticket and a number, and then they will call your number and you can pick an oyster out of the oyster tanks. They all have a pearl in them. They're guaranteed to have a pearl, but you gotta figure out which one you think is lucky. When it's your turn, they'll call your number, and then you tell the cast member which one you want, and he does a really cute little oyster ceremony. It's really fun. The next item on our list, what if I told you you could bring home Cinderella Castle and it could live in your home? That's right, I'm talking about a Swarovski crystal embezzled Cinderella castle. You can get it several places around Walt Disney World, including here at the Crystal Shop in the Germany Pavilion in Epcot. Y'all, I have been in this store a million times and I am not seeing the Cinderella castle. Did someone buy it? Guys, someone bought it. They bought the $37,000 Swarovski crystal castle. That is crazy town to me. And what's even crazier, I just talked to the cast members and one of the artists, and they made 50 of them. They were limited edition, and they've sold 30 of them. That means 30 different families have spent $37,000 on a crystal castle. They said right now the only one on display is at Magic Kingdom, but there are still 20 left in the universe, so you can order it from any of the Arribas Brothers shops. There's the one here, there's the one at Magic Kingdom, and then there's the one at Disney Springs. But if you're one of these lucky 30 families that owns one of these Swarovski crystal castles, please leave me a comment, and I'm very jealous of your life, because I have literally come in here and oogled at that castle since I can remember. Also, you can buy tiaras here, also crystal. This is only $79, which feels like a steal after talking about a $37,000 castle. Fans of the First Order, did you know you could get full Stormtrooper armor here in Galaxy's Edge? It's a very reasonable price at $6,615. That's not even the craziest part. The craziest part is that you can't even wear it in Galaxy's Edge. Disney has very strict rules when it comes to costumes for anyone older than 13. The theory is they don't want an adult to dress up like a Stormtrooper and then have other guests think that they're part of Galaxy's Edge, and then they'll try and talk to them, interact with them. You are not obviously a real Stormtrooper, so you could act weird, and then that guest would have a weird impression of it. Same thing goes at other parks like Magic Kingdom. I could not go in dressed as Cinderella because a child could, very flatteringly, mistake me for Cinderella, and I don't know how to act like Cinderella because she's a princess and I'm clearly not. So it's not just the Stormtrooper armor that you couldn't wear here. According to Disney's rules, you also can't wear the Resistance flight suit or the full Jedi robes when you're walking around Galaxy's Edge, which is pretty bizarre. When it comes to dressing up to be in Galaxy's Edge, adults are more than welcome to Disney bound, so like wear things that are similar to a Star Wars character, or a shirt with your favorite Star Wars character, or those cute dresses that look like BB-8. You can wear a lot of things. You're just not supposed to look convincingly enough to be a real Star Wars character for all those reasons I just told you. Jedi outfitters, you could also pick up some things that technically you're not allowed to wear here, like the full-blown Jedi robes situation. Let's see how many credits. 100 credits, that's a youth, so adults are more. But in the post from the Disney Parks blog, you are allowed to wear things like this, which are the Rey ensemble, because it's not as like dramatic, I guess. Here's the grown-up robes. Those are $125 and on the no-no list. But in the photos shared, the like Obi-Wan under thing, which is $69. That's Obi-Wan, right? That wears that? That was acceptable. So I guess if it's less aggressive than a robe, you can wear it. I will say, though, I have seen people walking around in robes, so I don't think they enforce it as much with the robes as they would if you tried to wear a full-on Stormtrooper or Darth Vader or something costume. That said, don't say I didn't warn you if you wear your robes and they tell you you can't. I just realized I said enforce, like the Force. Oh, that's a good one. How about grasshoppers? That's right, you can buy different drinks in La Cava del Tequila inside the Mexico Pavilion, and they come with either roasted grasshoppers that you're supposed to eat as a chaser to the mezcal shot, and they also have black ant salt rims where you can actually see the little legs on some of the margaritas. You may recall I ate both of these things in the Craziest Foods in Disney World video, which we'll link for you because I'm not doing it again. Another crazy sports thing that you can buy at Walt Disney World, a surfboard. That's right, at the recently opened Ron Jon Surf Shop in Disney Springs, you can buy anything you need to go surfing, including the board. No surfboards on the first floor, so I'm going to floor 2. Jackpot. Up on the second story, you can actually find a full collection of surfboards. I don't know what any of these descriptions mean, but you have to take it home with you. They cannot ship it from this store, so If you fall in love with one, you could always go to their website. But yeah, I've got some longboards, $4.49. I'm gonna find the most expensive one. $5.49 right now for this one. It's a size 10. Yeah, I don't know what any of these things mean. Yeah, it looks like $5.49 is the most expensive one, and that's the biggest one, so I'm not completely shocked by that. They also have a variety of longboards, which I used to call skateboards, but my husband quickly corrected me and told me they're longboards, which is also something I would not expect to buy here at Walt Disney World. Wait, I think some of these are skateboards, like this one that says skateboard on it, or this one that says skateboard on it. Clearly, I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to these because I'm incredibly accident prone and should not be allowed on one of these, nor have I ever gotten on one of these things. No one ever said it's cheap to drink at Walt Disney World, but I bet you have no idea how expensive it can really get. Around the world, you can find some very pricey pours, such as La Cava del Tequila. This is one of my favorite spots to grab a cocktail in Disney World. You are going to get a fabulous margarita. They've got a bunch of different ones where you can talk with your server or the cast member, the bartender, and they can make you something delicious. But what if I told you there is a tequila shot that's over $500 just for a shot? That's right, there's a $567 tequila shot, and the reason it's so expensive, it is a collaboration between La Lique, which is a French crystal company, and Patron, and they made this incredibly special limited edition tequila, and it comes in a crystal bottle. If you were to buy the bottle of tequila itself, it would be over $7,000, and if you just want to buy the bottle, it's over $2,000. Whoa. If you look at the La Cava del Tequila menu, you're going to notice there's one that's $567 for a shot. And there's also a tequila flight for $350, but that feels like chump change knowing there's a $567 tequila shot. Morimoto Asia. You can get some very pricey pours here of Japanese whiskey and sake. As far as whiskey goes, the most expensive pour is the Yamasaki 18-year. It's $75 for a 1 ounce pour. That's literally on the top shelf up here of the whiskeys. It's the 1/3 from the left, the darker bottle. For sake, they have aged sake, and the most expensive is a 30-year Koshu sake, $300 for a small carafe, 300 milliliters, and that's this one right here. So if you're into high-end Japanese drinks, this is where you're going to want to go. The Brown Derby. In addition to some very pricey bottles of wine, like a $320 bottle of Dom Perignon, you can get some very pricey pours of whiskey. They have a Macallan 25-year where you can get a 2 ounce pour for $250. I guess that's if you really want to feel like you're a star here in Hollywood. Me, I'll stick with the Tito's Martini and of course a Cobb salad. And here at Wine Bar George, you can find some amazing pours of wine as well. Just take a look at the outstanding by the ounce sections on the menu. There's one for white and one for red. This is the white section. You can get a $700 bottle of champagne. You can get a $1,000 half bottle of a kind of white wine I can't even pronounce. And flipping it over to the red side, you've got even more to choose from. And my eye immediately goes to this $2,400 bottle of Chateau Margaux, which is a Cabernet Sauvignon. The Chateau Margaux is $100 a glass, and I'm excited to try it. It's delicious, but that tastes like a $9 glass of wine. Because it is. I'm not a millionaire, people. This is a fabulous Barbera. It's actually one of their wines on tap here, and wow, it is really, really delicious. So just goes to show that all these places, while they do have incredibly expensive, crazy, amazing pours on tap, they also are known for being the best of the best with their selections of whatever their specialty is. So you can get amazing tequila that's much more reasonable than over $200 a shot. You can get an incredible glass of wine at Wine Bar George, and you can get incredible sake or whiskey over at Morimoto. You don't have to spend a couple $100s to do it. Next up, perhaps the droid you're looking for. In the Droid Depot in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios, you can customize your own droid for $100, which, that's not that crazy. But what if I told you can buy a full-scale reproduction of R2-D2 for a casual $25,000? Unrelated to R2-D2, I just noticed these droid heads up here, and that looks like our friend C-3PO. So that's fun. That's a little Easter egg. Turns out I did not find the droid I was looking for in the Droid Depot, and the Batuian told me to go to the Star Wars launch bay to see R2 roaming around, so we're going to go over there. Here we go. This is the droid I'm looking for. The life-size R2-D2 has moved over to Launch Bay Cargo, and he still is a whopping $25,000. He's asleep at the moment, but he does wake up and roam around the store sometimes. Just snag a quick selfie for the road. If anyone wants to lend me $25,000 so I can bring this to my house, that would be great. Just let me know. Next item on our list, scissors. And not just any scissors, left-handed scissors. You can come down to Lefties, the left-hand store at Disney Springs, and buy all of your left-handed needs. Also t-shirts if you're really proud of the fact that you're left-handed. Let's check out what they have. I am right-handed, so I've never known the pain of being a left-handed person. But let's check out what they have. They have left-handed pens. Oh, I guess so it doesn't smudge like all over your paper, as well as left-handed scissors. There's a nice little pack for you. There's a mug that says, "Caution righties, you'll ruin your clothes." Is there a hole in it? This feels like a cruel prank. Oh, because if you're right-handed, you'd hold it like this and you'd spill on yourself. Well, that's just mean. They've got these cool pens that I guess if you'd hold it in your left hand, you wouldn't smudge all over your paper. Also more scissors. There's like 20 different kinds of scissors in here, so you have a selection. There's also like a kit, so if you want a pen, a ruler, and scissors. There's mechanical pencil stuff, t-shirts, notebooks. I like this magnet of famous left-handed people, so left-handed folks, you're in good company. But yeah, I bet you didn't know you could get all of this stuff right here at Disney. They have a tester station. I'm gonna try to cut left-handed. Crushing it. Here's the thing, I'm really bad at cutting things with regular scissors. Like if you were to tell me to cut a straight line, I probably couldn't do it, so I definitely can't do it with left-handed scissors. And now let's try this pen. Wonder if it'll work for me with my right hand. It feels weird, but I could still use it, but it's definitely more comfortable. Oh yeah, oh wow, that is some grip support, but now I can't write very well, obviously. But I could see if I was left-handed how this would be much more comfortable. They've even got left-handed kitchen tools like spatulas and things, which, is it my right-handed privilege that I've never known this was a problem for left-handed people? I'm so sorry, friends that are lefties. Didn't know your struggle. I do like that the notebooks would open this way, because I understand from my left-handed friends that that's a real struggle of smudging all over your paper, so pretty neat. Another thing I bet you didn't think you could buy at Walt Disney World, how's a bowling ball grab you? That's right, at Splitsville Luxury Lanes at Disney Springs, not only can you bowl with food frames, have a couple drinks or some food with the family, but you can actually buy a Mickey or Minnie bowling ball to take home with you. Spoiler alert, they're super cute and not inexpensive. There they are, the Mickey and Minnie bowling balls, and they do ship free. It says child's on the sign, but I talked to a customer and they said any of them ship free. They're about $150, and you can choose from Mickey or Minnie. They've got that purple color, they've got pink, and over here they've got blue and green as well, and I've seen orange additionally. So yeah, you can buy a bowling ball here at Walt Disney World. So yeah, for $150, you can bring home or have it shipped to your home a Mickey or Minnie bowling ball. True story, I don't actually know how much bowling balls cost, so I had to Google it, and the Google told me that an average bowling ball costs between $40 and $300, with the median range being about $60, so I guess it's not that expensive. But also, who's buying a bowling ball here? Let me know if you are. I probably want to be your friend. I've mentioned it before, but the Edison at Disney Springs is one of my favorite places to get drinks. It's got a very like 20s industrial era, kind of an underground bar prohibition era vibe. They've got tons of different bourbons, and it's awesome. But one thing I bet you didn't know you could get at the Edison or at Walt Disney World is a party bowl. That's right, I'm talking a giant punch bowl with a ladle and little glasses of one of their signature cocktails that you can divvy out with all of your friends. It's literally a party and a bowl. We're gonna go check it out right now. So looking at the signature cocktail menu, they've got a lot of really good drinks, but if you look at this, anything with an asterisk can be made into a punch bowl for $100, and they've got a couple different options, but our bartender told us that the most delicious one is the Samantha Sterling. It's Grey Goose, Lillet Rose, lime juice, watermelon juice, and a cinnamon cordial. So our server said it's a really good blend of sweet, tart. It's so pretty. It's literally got flowers and lime slices in it, and it literally comes in this awesome metal looking bowl, and it comes with a ladle so you can dish it out, and you get glasses for everyone in the group. Keep in mind, you can't come in like by yourself or 2 people and order this because it is 10 drinks. So I brought the AllEars crew here to help me with this one. But it's beautiful. And for 10 drinks for $100 at Disney, that's actually quite a good deal. Got myself a cocktail. Ooh, it is delicious. There is a little bit of cinnamon, but I really like the tartness. I've talked about it a million times, but I don't like really sweet drinks, and she said that the watermelon and lime would balance out the tartness, which it definitely does. So this is delicious, and like I said, it's about 10 drinks, so get all your friends and come down and grab yourself a punch bowl at the Edison. Buckle up for this next one because I actually think this is the craziest thing on the list. Did you know in Walt Disney World you can buy a sword? And I mean an actual sword, not a play sword, a legitimate weapon. That's right, you can buy it in the Japan Pavilion, also in the Mitsukoshi store, all the way in the back in the incense room. They have a glass display with several different swords. This is bananas to me, and we're gonna check them out right now. There is an extensive collection of different swords. And you do have to be a grown-up or accompanied by an adult to buy one, but they've got a couple different ones. You also, good to know, if you read this sign, cannot take the sword with you through the park. You either have to do package pickup, or that's your only option for the sword. You can't have hotel delivery. They've also got ornate letter openers in here, which are really pretty right here. That you can do package pickup or hotel delivery, but you also can't carry those through the park either. But look at this. This is bananas. They're really pretty though and very ornate. This one, the black one, is the dragon sword. That one's $350, and it has this cool ornate dragon on it. Or this red one, I cannot correctly pronounce this, so I'm sorry. It says Soiji Okita. It's $230. You can also buy a sword stand to display your sword. And they've got all these different ones. This one's really pretty and ornate and has this like tiger and dragon carving on it. That one's $125. They also have this dragon one, which comes in a longer version or a shorter version for $150 or $110. And there's also a dragon one back there. And this little one. And there's more. Isn't this crazy? If you have ever bought a sword here at Walt Disney World, I want to talk to you. Please leave a comment on this video. Great news. I talked to a cast member, and these are for display purposes only, and they're not sharp. And if you'd remove like the handle, there wouldn't be a sharp, pointy sword. So even if when you get home, you can't like fight with the swords. They're just for display. But still, pretty crazy that you could buy a sword. I have post-traumatic crab disorder. Ugh, shudders just looking at it. For sure, the craziest thing you can buy in Walt Disney World is a house. That's right, Disney has their own neighborhood on property called Golden Oak. Houses start at $2 million, and there are $25,000 every year in fees. But that buys you a lot. You get up to 5 platinum annual passes, special transportation to and from the parks, and lots of other exclusive Golden Oak deals, events, and perks. You also get all the amenities of the neighboring Four Seasons Resort. So I guess that $25,000 is kind of worth it. Definitely sounds like a dream come true to me, but if that's your actual reality and you live in Golden Oak and want to invite me over, I gladly accept your invitation. Well, friends, that is a wrap on the craziest things you didn't know you could buy in Walt Disney World. Did you learn something new? Have you bought one of these items? Are you going to buy one of these items? Definitely let us know in the comments. Also, let us know what you want to see next. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram at AllEars.net, and until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it's been magical. Headed to buy a not $500 tequila shot. Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here.
And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.